and everybody tuning in, cause they wanna know what's up. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Waseem, and welcome back to your favorite podcast. What's up, Waseem? What's up? Okay, so for those of you guys who are new here, I am Waseem, a young, fine, sexy, smart, voluptuous 20-year-old, and I'm gonna be the first one to say it. My generation needs some help. It's already hard enough worrying about AI taking over our jobs in the future, but we also got grown folks constantly telling us how our generation is in shambles as if they weren't the ones who raised us. Anyways, I believe that the only way we are going to grow is through communication, and I hope that this podcast serves to be the catalyst for that growth. Today's episode is going to be one for the girls, and by the girls, I mean myself, okay? I need to hear this message just as much as y'all. My love life is just as good as the school lunch after Michelle Obama came in and did her little one too. I'm talking about in shambles. I'm talking about disgusting. I'm talking about please help. Anyways, I catch myself and other girls saying, I'm starting to think it's me when referring to themselves and their terrible love lives. And even though it may be you just the teensiest bit because nobody's perfect, I'm here to tell you, baby, it's not you. It's your type. Okay, what do they say? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Well, if that's the case, baby, God help me. God help me. Oh, I think I'm insane. Okay, I'm talking about Looney Tunes, okay? Because I keep dating the same type of man and expecting me to be somebody's wife, okay? We have to change our types if we want to be somebody's wife one day, if you want to be happy in a relationship, or just as happy as you can be when dealing with men, okay? Let's just be realistic. I'm not going to hold y'all too much longer because, as y'all know, I am Yap Star of the Year. Let's get into the list of men that you ladies need to stay away from if you want your edges, if you want your weight, if you want to just be happy, okay? Let me just find the book real quick. Okay, it's right here. Okay, so I'm going to go over the list and then we're going to go into detail about why I chose these men. But I wanted to give you guys an overview first before we get into the deets. So first and worst on the list is athletes. That includes basketball players, football players, baseball players, heck, maybe even hockey, college athletes in general, and professional athletes as well. Then we got the frat boys. That means the Kappas, the Qs, the Alphas, the Sigmas, the Iotas, and even the white fraternities that I don't know nothing about, okay? I didn't leave y'all out. Then we got the hood dudes. That includes the trappers, the plugs. They know way too many people's locations. The scammers, any hood dude with money, and worst of all, the poor hood man, which leads me into my next point. The broke boys, the dudes with mama issues, and that includes dudes who don't have a good relationship with their mamas or their mama's boys, which leads me into dudes with daddy issues, which means their daddy wasn't in their life or they seen their daddy cheating on their mama. Look at Clay from Love is Blind. Men with too many homegirls, they either gay or they're a top tier hoe. Then we got men with not enough homegirls because they don't have enough women in their life. Then we have men who don't believe in God, overly aggressive men, controlling men, TikTok dancers, perk poppers, lean drinkers, fashion dudes, unking them, and last but not least, ladies, say it with me, baby daddies, okay? Now that we got the overview, ladies, let's get into the reasons on why I say to stay away from these men. So, again, first and worst on the list is athletes. Let's go ahead and start off with basketball players. Now, I know there's a common theme of debating whether basketball players, football players, basketball players. I'm here to tell you none of them, okay? But I will say that I feel like basketball players are worse than football players because, hear me out, usually on the court, it's only 5 of them, right? So I feel like basketball players are too used to attention. You know what I'm saying? Football, I feel like it is more of like a team sport in the sense that it's a lot of dudes out there. Your man may not be the star all the time. You get what I'm saying? If he's playing wide receiver, the ball may not get thrown to him all the time. But in basketball, they have more of a chance to make a name for themselves because they're constantly going between offense, defense, which means more spotlight, which means they're used to having everything about them, okay? That's why they say basketball players are, I'm not going to say the word, because they used to having all the attention. And when they're used to attention, guess what that leads to, ladies? Guess what it leads to, ladies? Cheating, okay? Them basketball players are going to cheat on you, all right? Which leads me into football players and why they are bad, ladies. Oh, my goodness. Number one, That CTE is no joke. First of all, they running around getting hit all day. Okay, I always said this. I feel like it takes somebody you have to be a little mentally ill to play football, because who enjoys just running around hitting people all day? You gotta have some type of anger issues, some type of feelings deep down inside of you that you have not yet to address. And when those feelings are suppressed and you let them out through football, they also come out in other different ways. I mean, how many football players do you know pop perks, smoke weed, all that other stuff, because they're repressing that anger deep inside of them? And when you become their girlfriends, when you deal with them, guess who has to deal with that anger? Guess who has to deal with all those suppressed emotions? You. Now you're being blamed for stuff that has really nothing to do with you, and or they're gonna cheat on you. It's not an and or. And they're gonna cheat on you, okay? Because like the basketball players, it still is a level of attention that they're so used to. Now, I am not as educated on the baseball players and the hockey players, okay? I've never dealt with a baseball player or a hockey player. So ladies who's done that, I'm assuming it's kind of the same thing with hockey. I feel like hockey is kind of like the white man's football, because they be fighting and stuff too. So they probably got all them type of anger too. Ladies in the comments who deal with those type of men, please let me know below. But the same thing applies, and which leads me to my point here, with the college athletes in general. The same thing applies to all the athletes. They're whores. Let's just throw it out there and call it what it is. They're absolute whores and heathens. And with the introduction of NIL, where they're getting paid, okay, some of these college athletes, especially the top tier college athletes, they're making more than both my parents combined, okay? And nowadays we got all the city girls, all the girls who want dudes with money and stuff. They ready to pop their coochie for less than a 99-cent Arizona tea so they can say that they had sex with a man with money, y'all. So we already got the heathens and the Instagram models throwing themselves at these men because they got them a little chain, a little Cuban, a little grill. So obviously those types of girls are feeding their ego, right? Because they're just thinking they got all the coochie in the world. Why would they settle down with one woman? Or they settle down with that one woman because they're so insecure and they're not secure in their masculinity. They're going to have sex with all these women to try to prove to themselves, hey, I'm masculine, I get all the women. Or they're just feeding their ego because they're narcissists. Or I don't know what else, y'all. They're just hoes. How else do I gotta say it? They're hoes, they're whores, they're hoes, they're whores. It don't matter if they're repressing their daddy issues, mama issues, CTE. They just are narcissists. College athletes are whores. And NIL didn't make it no better, because every girl nowadays is chasing a dude with check. But really, like, do y'all be chasing dudes with checks for real, or do y'all just be hunching dudes with checks? Because none of y'all really be their girlfriends for real. And if y'all are their girlfriends, y'all get cheated on. And then y'all stay with it. Well, actually, let me be quiet. Let me hush my mouth. I do not judge. I turn a blind eye. If you want to stay with that dude because he's buying you a Chanel or Birkin, who am I to judge? I'm not going to judge. But I would just say this, ladies. If you think for 2 seconds that these women who are dating professional athletes are not getting cheated on, you're dumb. When I was a little girl, I wanted to be NFL, NBA, I wanted to be all that little wife, little shenanigans. And then I got to college and started dealing with some of these men. And let me tell you this. If we had a percentage, let's say we lined up 10 college athletes, 6 of them are lame dudes with just money, essentially. They're just lame with money, which is why I don't get mad when I see athletes date white women, because I understand that 60% of them are literally the lamest dudes you'll ever meet on God's green earth. I'm not even trying to be funny. They're super lame. Then, like 2 out of the 4 remaining, okay, are literally the worst whores you will ever come across. I'm talking about they're gonna give you chlamydia, gonorrhea, HIV, all of that, because they're sticking their penis in anything that opens their legs and say, hey, come in. Even the ones, and this is the thing that gets me. This is the ones you need to look out for the most, ladies. The college athletes that's constantly posting Bible scriptures, run. Run, run, run. Put on your cleats, put on your running shoes, and sprint, okay? I'm talking about run far away, because those are the heathens. Those are the worst heathens. They're trying to distract you. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to personify this, I'm a good boy, I love God, and I love my sports. Whole time, they just had 6 threesomes. They had an orgy the other day. They're sitting here having sex with every single girl and telling them, oh, I'm not looking for nothing serious right now. I'm just trying to focus on football. And the majority of them don't go to the league. Okay, that's another point I got to get into. Y'all be thinking y'all secure in a bag with all these college athletes because they're doing a little good on the field, when honestly, most of them don't make it to the league. Now you stuck with a man with a BS degree in interdisciplinary studies, okay? And he just has to go back and become a football coach because he did not pursue a real degree. He did not make it to the league. And now you looking stupid trying to, you got to go get your degree. You got to get all this money because this man put all his eggs in one basket thinking he was finna make it to the league when he didn't. Y'all do know that it's a small percentage of men who are going to actually make it to the league, which is why you have to think bit smarter. You got to think smarter and you got to think bigger, ladies, okay? Get you that man in the engineering department. Get you that man in the business department. Get you that man in the architecture department because you want to know what? When they graduate, they are going to get them a job. They're going to work. They can even create their own business, and they're going to get that money on. These college athletes are running on nothing but hopes and dreams, and some of them do make it. I'm not saying all of them don't make it. Some of them do make it, and congratulations, amazing. But majority don't. And you don't want to be stuck with a man who got an interdisciplinary studies degree. I'm just being honest, which leads me to my last and final point of the athletes, which is the professional athletes, ladies. Let's say you got you a man. You are one of the few who secured the bag and got you a man who's going to the league. When they're on a professional level, it's a whole new level out here. Now they're getting a whole new sense of know. They're getting way more people to know their names. And they're getting way more money. So all the thought bunnies are just coming out of nowhere, throwing themselves, and now their ego is really inflamed because with more money comes more problems, ladies, and that comes in every single aspect. Now, I'm not saying that all athletes are bad, okay? There is 0.0000001% of the athletes that are going to be good to you women, okay? Don't be an athlete on here thinking, oh my God, I'm good, but I'm good to mo. Okay. I accept that 0.00001% of you guys are good, y'all. But I'm just saying the vast majority of them are terrible. All right. So let's go into my next point because I don't want to spend most of my time on college athletes. Next, we have the frat boys. And one thing you're going to notice in this video is there's a pattern. The reason why frat boys are so terrible is like the athletes, it is the attention, okay? Attention is the worst thing a man could get because then it inflates their egos. You will see a dude who is ugly, never keeps a haircut, and can't dress. But as soon as he put on that little varsity Alpha Phi alpha jacket, these girls is popping it faster than I can count to two. Faster than I can count to one. Faster than I don't know what. These girls is popping it left and right. I don't know what it is in the jackets. I don't know what it is in the paraphernalia, but these girls see letters and go crazy, okay? It's true. I go to a HBCU. I've seen it myself, okay? Half these dudes is ugly. They pop it for them when they ball, okay? So then when the hair grows, they start getting a little more clout on campus. These girls is popping it left and right. They lose their minds, and you think that you're the only one? Don't let it be Neo season. Don't let it be Neo season. You're done. You're done. They're like fresh meat. It's like if you throw little packets of bloody chicken into the ocean, the great white sharks are gonna come and just tear up that chicken left and right, y'all. And it's just a bloody scene. It's terrible, and you don't want to be nowhere near. That bloody scene is an alpha man, it's a kappa man, it's an omega man, it's an iota man, it's a sigma man, and you need to run, ladies. Most of these fraternity men, they be terrible before the letters. Let's just start up there. They be heathens before the letters. But with the letters, I'm telling y'all, like, it gets bad because men don't have discipline. If a girl is throwing it, best believe they're Odell. Best believe they're Odell. It don't matter if they have two men on them. It don't matter if the whole team is on them. They're going to cover from left and right. Guess what they going to do?
Is the running back. Play action. And Manning's going to heave one. There's a flag. Beckham, a one-handed catch. How in the world?
Oh, my goodness.
Touchdown. Your man is gone. Okay? Next to stay away from is the hood dudes. Y'all, okay. This one really touches my heart, guys. Ladies, there's no way you're seeing Trey Quavion with his butt cheeks out, guns, throwing up signs with a not even a lick of education. You think this is going to be your man forever. What is wrong with y'all? Okay, I've never been that type of girl. I'm not going to lie. I've never been the hood. I've never seen the hood dude phenomenon because, first of all, these hood dudes, what can they do for y'all? Ladies, like, for real, these hood dudes ain't good for nothing but getting you pregnant and trying to get you to hold somebody down. I'm not holding nobody down. That's why I never mess with no hood dude because as soon as you go to jail, I'm not saying free my man. I'm freed. Okay, I'm free. I'm freed. I'm not playing. I don't. Well, you should have never done that. I don't know why you engaged in that type of behavior. I'm finna do me. Okay. All right. So let's go into the list of people. The trappers. Okay, y'all. Okay, here's my unpopular opinion. I know I'm getting off topic a little bit. I prefer the trappers and the plugs over the scammers. Hear me out. The scammers be a little stingy. I'm gonna be real. The scammers definitely be a little stingy with their money as if it's theirs. That's just in my experiences. The trappers be a little more generous, ladies. Now, like I said, stay away from all of them, but I'm just saying the scammers, let's be for real. But back to my point. These girls be trying to flirt for a free eighth. I'm just letting y'all know this right now. These girls are flirting for a free eighth. They flirting for a little extra little 1-2 in there. And honestly, your man might get got. I'm gonna just be real. He pulling up on other women. Are you really okay with your man pulling up on other women? I know I'm not. I know I'm not. I don't care if this girl just had the roughest day of her life. If she need to spark up and she need to blow some, next you know she gonna blow your man. Next you know your man is gonna blow. She's blowing Traydom. She's blowing your boyfriend. And now you sitting here and looking stupid, okay? You have to stay away from the trappers and the plugs, okay? Also, on top of that, all fast money is not good money. This brings me into the scammers as well, okay? You can't trap and scam forever, okay? Yes, this man may be buying you your little Coach bag right now. He may be giving you money to get your hair and nails done right now. But in the future, where's that going to get him? If he's not degreed, he going to end up in jail or in hell, okay? And he can't do nothing for you in jail or in hell. They don't have no long-term plans. I barely know. Now, there are some rare cases. Again, ladies, there are always rare cases. There's some rare cases of these men going on and doing great things with their lives. But let's just be realistic. If you go in the hood right now and just do a quick synopsis of majority of these older men, most of them were trappers. Most of them were plugs. And they didn't get nowhere with their lives. Because fast money is not long money, okay? Y'all, ladies, we have to think for the long run because at the end of the day, we do want to be somebody's wife one day. We're not going to be nobody's wife messing with Traydon the plug. Traydon the plug going to plug 3 babies in you and then go plug in 2 more babies in Rashonda down the street. And now you're looking stupid. 3 babies in and you can't get you another man. They're just not good for the mental health. And on top of that, they usually have some type of trauma that they're dealing with, whether it be because, which is going to lead me to my other points, y'all. Mama issues, daddy issues. They barely have an education. They don't even understand how to understand their own emotions, y'all. They are gonna put you through hell and back, okay? Most of them, they either be mentally or physically abusive, and because that's all they see. All they've been around is chaos. I say all this to say that a lot of hood dudes have trauma. Let's just call it for what it is. They grew up in a traumatic environment. Half their homeboys dead. Trauma. They grew up in fight or flight mode at all times, okay? I don't want to deal with no man with a whole bunch of trauma because I have a whole bunch of trauma and I know how hard I had to work to get over that. And these men are not doing the work. And I know I'm going on rambling, but this is my podcast. A lot of y'all in these relationships, y'all having sex. I'm not finna get trapped with Trey Davion. I'm not finna get trapped with Rashawn. Cause if this my baby father, that means I gotta deal with him for the rest of my life. And that means we're raising a child together. I refuse to let my baby daddy's traumas go on to my child. I want to put my child in the best position possible. And I don't think Traydon, who's selling drugs, is gonna create that best lifestyle for me, my child. I want a safe, white picket fence family. Call me what you want. I don't care. Next, we have the broke boys. And when I say broke, I don't mean they don't have no money. I feel like broke is more than just not having no money. For example, a college student who is working towards his degree and doesn't really have that much money is not a broke boy to me. That's not a broke boy. Or a man who just now started a business that's an actual business, not a rap career, but I'm talking about an actual business that he can scale and grow, and it's not creating that much income at the moment. That's not a broke boy to me. A broke boy to me is anybody who sits on their behind and is complacent where they're at. That's a broke boy. And you cannot deal with a broke man, okay? A broke man is a scary man. I twinge in my seat right now just thinking about dealing with a broke man. I don't want to deal with no broke man. I feel like, and I don't know why men want you to deal with, like, first of all, that's another thing. Like, I was just arguing with these cooks at my job because I told them I don't want to go 50-50. I'm not saying I want to go 100-0 because I don't ever want to let a man have that much control over my life. But even if I do go 100-0, trust and believe I'm not going to be a housewife. I'm going to have my own streams of income so that if the time comes where I got to leave, baby, I have all this money stacked up so I can go. But I'm not going 50-50 with no man. I'm not doing that. Are you insane? But then those be the same men that steady talking about some masculinity and women need to be more feminine. How can I be feminine when I'm working the same amount of hours as you? Got to cook, clean, wash my kids behind, and I got to deal with your BS? I'm not doing that. Okay? If you want me to cook, clean, and be the most feminine woman, that means you got to pay majority of the bills. I'm stressed out. I'm tired from working from one. That's why black women are so aggressive and so masculine, because we steady doing a man's role. Be a man, get a job, and provide. That's what men are supposed to do, is provide. And you're not gonna make me feel bad for me wanting a man to provide. Okay, I'm not. Broke men always have the most audacity too, and they always had the most mouth. They always had the most mouth. Shut up. You wouldn't have as much to say if you was tired from working that job, okay? I want me a man who can provide. And there's nothing wrong with that, ladies. Now, again, sometimes you got to stay down for the come up. I'm going to be real. But you have to look at the mindset of a man. Again, remember, broke is not a state of being. It's a mindset. Okay? So don't deal with no broke man, because he's going to break you. Next, we have the men with mama issues, okay? The first step is the mama's boys. This is almost one of the sorriest types of men. And that comes from when you a mama's boy, okay. The mama's boys come from two different types of relationships or two different types of scenarios. One, the daddy wasn't in their life. So that means that the mama latched onto the man, latched onto the son, and made her little man, okay? That is going to create a terrible dynamic, or latch onto it. The other option is the mom is not happy in her relationship with her husband or her man, so she latches onto the sons. This creates a bad man, because a lot of the times these men are terrible to their mothers. They've been disrespectful to their mothers, and or they've been got in trouble in school 20 million times. They acted a fool. They've done this, they've done that, and they expect you to treat them exactly as their mothers has, which is, my son can't do no wrong. My baby can't do no wrong. It's okay, you my son, and I love you, and I'm always gonna love you, and that I ain't your mammy. I'm not your mammy. And a lot of these dudes who are mama's boys, they expect you to be their mama. I'm not your mama. You may have been able to disrespect your mom 20 million times and she still bought you that PS4. You may have been able to get in trouble 20 million times in school and she still bought you your freshest outfit. But you disrespect me, you cheat on me, I'm going to go, okay? They're so used to women catering to their every need that they expect you to do the same because their mama done the same. I'm not doing that, which leads me to my second point. The men whose mamas been cheated on, beaten on, and all that extra stuff, they expect you to be just like their mama because they hold their mom to, all men hold their mom to a certain regard. They love their mom. They hold their mom to the highest point. And they feel like, if my mom went through all this, then why can't you endure it? Because your mammy's stupid. I don't know why she went through all that. She should have left your trifling daddy a long time ago and maybe you wouldn't be the trifling man that you are today. But she didn't. I'm not going to deal with that. They either, again, think that you should be able to go through what their mom went through, or they harboring so much pain from seeing the woman that they love so much be hurt that they do the same thing trying to make sense of it, ladies. Run away. Oh, that's something I also forgot to mention. Men who hate their mom are literally going to take out their anger onto you. They're going to hate you because what I realized is that your parents' relationships is so important to your life. Like, seriously. So men who have messed up and distorted views of women, 9 times out of 10 got their views from their mother. They don't have respect from their mother. And they're going to treat you with that. They're going to treat you how they wish they could have treated their mother. Or they're going to treat you they're going to treat you with all that hate and emotion that they have towards their mom. They're just doing that to get back at their mom that they hate. Men with daddy issues. Oh, and that's like 90% of the black community now. Okay? All these men have daddy issues. You wondering why there's a sassy man apocalypse? You wondering why all these men are sass monsters? It's because they ain't got no daddy. They ain't got no daddy. They don't got no daddy. They don't have no daddy. Let me say it again. They don't got no daddy. How can a man learn how to be a man from his mama? How can a man learn how to be a man from his aunties? You know how they learn how to be a man? From their BS uncles who ain't never been married a day in their life. And those same uncles are the same 40-year-olds who go to the clubs, who be in top flight, still trying to mess with the young girls, who be still trying to holler at the young girls at the gas stations, or still be line cooks at the job, still trying to mess with the young girls. Like some of these dudes that be at my old jobs, trying to, like, there used to be grown men, fry cooks, trying to deal with me, thinking that they ever even had a chance, thinking that they so fly, still hanging on to their life back in high school when they was the man, still think that they're man when you're just an old bum that nobody wants, and they try to personify this player lifestyle, try to teach their uncles and their nephews how to be a player and stuff like that. Why would I listen to you? These are the people that are raising our sons, okay? These men that are fatherless, y'all, that's just a whole nother trauma that is just, it's so hard to unpack, guys, because they're either angry at their dad for not being around, angry at their mama for not keeping a man, which is, again, leads to my last point about dudes with mama issues who don't like their mama. But I say all this to say, men who have daddy issues, they either hate their mama for not keeping their daddy, they lack a sense of masculinity and they trying to overcompensate by having multiple women, or had their BS uncle in their ear teach them how to be a man when their BS uncle don't know how to be a man. Okay, these are the bottom of the barrel men. And I say this with my heart when I say, black men, y'all have to do better. Seriously. Y'all have to do better. Like, Jesus Christ, I'm tired of the baby mothers. I'm tired of the broken homes. Like, y'all think, like, I don't know why y'all think being a hoe comes with no consequences. Y'all being a hoe is creating all of these fatherless homes. You having sex with all these women. You don't think eventually one of them is going to be pregnant? And they're creating all these fatherless homes. And even though, yes, let's say even you are a top tier dad and you're present in your son's life, they're still wondering, why didn't my daddy stay with my mama? And if you have multiple baby mothers, you can't split your time evenly through all of them. One of your children are going to feel inadequate. One of your children is going to feel left out. And you know what? That creates 20 million more issues that us as women got to sit here and deal with because you weren't man enough to stick your penis in one woman and stay faithful. Or just not stick it in at all, okay? Men with daddy issues are heathens, and I pray nothing but healing onto them, because that's essentially what they need, y'all. Not having a man present in the home is literally like the most detrimental thing in the world. Which leads me to men with too many homegirls, okay? If a man got too many homegirls, he either gay or a top tier hoe. And I really do mean that. They either feel super comfortable with the girls because they're one of the girls, okay? Or they're top tier hoe because they are constantly know how women think, they know how women move, and they know how to play y'all, okay? Pay attention to the men with too many homegirls. You too smooth. You know too much. They got too much sauce, y'all. Stay away. Which leads me to my next point. Men with not enough homegirls. I don't care what nobody say. Men need women in their life so that they can understand women. You need to have a platonic relationship with a woman. For example, my best friend, I'm constantly telling him about how all these men do me wrong. Now, does that stop him from being the whore that he is? No. But at least it gives him a little bit of insight to how, because I like to think that my best friend looks at me like a human. A lot of times, men don't realize how, how their actions really do affect us as women, because honestly it hurts. So me crying to my best friend, telling him how I'm being done wrong, it at least softens his heart just the littlest bit to make him think. I hope makes him think when he's dealing with the next woman, I don't want her to feel like how Asia feels. Let me treat her better than how Asia feels, because he's seen the ins and outs of how that affected me. So I think it's important for men to have homegirls. Men who don't have who don't have any homegirls, they constantly listen to their homeboys all the time, and terrible 0 out of 10. I've been around my homeboys. The stuff they say about women is literally disgusting. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. The way they speak about us is like literally disgusting. So men need a woman in their life to soften them a little bit. Now, there is, like I said, a balance, because once they have too much women, they either gay or a top tier hoe. Like I said, most of them be top tier hoes. They have too much insight to our lives, and we can't let them do that. Or men who don't have enough homegirls, they don't have enough women in their lives, they don't know how to treat a woman, okay? Next, we have men who don't believe in God, okay? I don't know about y'all. I'm a Christian woman, and the Bible and Christianity is the thing that I hold my moral compass to. That is where I get majority of my morals from. And that's not saying that you cannot be a moral person if you're not Christian. I'm sure there's atheists and Muslims who are more moral than me. Okay, I'm just saying I'm Christian. That's where a lot of my morals come from. And I think the most attractive thing is a man who can lead me in my faith. A man who can send me a Bible verse and break it down and help me grow. Because essentially that's all relationships are. You're supposed to come together and grow as one. And that's what marriage is for, to stay committed to somebody and grow closer to God and grow closer to each other. Because the closer you get to each other, or no, the closer you grow to God, the closer you'll get with each other. But relationships are about growth. It's something, I'm telling you, so attractive about a man who can feed my mind, who can help me grow into the woman that I want to be. And if you don't got that strong relationship with God, you can never love me how I deserve to be loved. Because loving God involves a certain level of discipline that is hard, okay? Because when you truly love God, you don't want to hurt him, which means you're not going to indulge in certain sins as much as you should, or at least you should not indulge in certain sins. And you're going to restrict yourself from things that you naturally would love to do. So if you can restrict yourself enough to follow God, you can restrict yourself enough to be my man and be loyal to me, you can restrict yourself enough to help me grow, and you're the type of man that I want. Any man who does not believe in God is not a man for me. I've definitely dealt with a man who, I'm not going to say he didn't believe in God, but he wasn't Christian for real. And I walked into that relationship thinking that I could change him. Who do I thought I was? Jesus? God? And a lot of women, especially us women of faith, we think that, oh, maybe I was put in his life so that I could help him grow. Don't you get tired of being constantly pouring the tea into somebody else's cup? I want us to both have the same level of cups. So that sometimes, you know what, let's say your cup runs dry a little bit, I can pour a little bit into yours, you can pour a little bit into mine. And essentially a man who does not believe in God, it's just going to be you pouring. And maybe one day he might be able to pour a little bit back, but I don't know about y'all. I want a man to lead me. I'm not going to lie like the rest of the girls. I don't want to be dominant. I do want to be feminine. I do want a man to lead me. And the number one place that I need leadership is in my faith. So if you can't lead me with God, you can't lead me nowhere else. Which leads me into my next topic, overly aggressive men, okay? And controlling men. We're going to loop that into one. Overly aggressive men and controlling men, y'all, you have to stay away from. A lot of girls think it's cute to have a man who controls them, but I'm going to say this from experience. Overly aggressive... It can lead to domestic violence. Let me just say this. Overly aggressive men and overly controlling men, it can lead to domestic violence, y'all. And I want us as women to understand the signs. I wish us as women knew the signs of domestic violence a little bit more than we did, because I think that would have saved me from my situation, which I've never opened up about before. And let me know in the comments if you guys want me to open up about my domestic violence situation. Hopefully one day I'll be strong enough to tell you guys the story. But I will just say this. It never starts off as him just punching you in your face. It starts off with him being aggressive with you, or just manhandling you, or him telling you he don't want you to wear this, or not even like him saying he don't want you to wear this, but when you put it on, you're like, oh, you look like a hoe. Or he may not tell you not to go out, but every time you go out, it's all you do is go out and da-da-da-da. It always starts off as that, and then it becomes something out of control. Ladies, that aggressive and controlling stuff is not cute. And a man can put you in your place without being aggressive. I'm telling you this right now. So us as women really have to stray away from wanting a man to control us or be aggressive. Like, it's actually insane. I don't want no man to be aggressive with me. Honestly, it triggers me. I say all this to say that men who are aggressive and controlling, it can, and 9 times out of 10 will lead to domestic abuse. That is not cute, ladies. Seriously. It's not cute at all. Next, we have TikTok dancers. Okay, y'all, for real. Like, all jokes aside, do you know how insane it is as a man for you to set up your camera, rub your hands together, lick your lips, look seductive. I must be dreaming. Like, that's insane work, y'all. A man look in the camera, set up his ring light. That's insane work. Y'all gotta think about the work that's being done outside of the video. Like, seriously, that is the corniest, lamest thing I've ever seen in my life. If any man who's a TikTok dancer cannot be my man, I will never take you serious. Because you got the 10-year-olds in your comments hyping you up, make you think that you're just this great, amazing man who just got all these and now y'all. See, again, every time you think about ever taking a TikTok dancer seriously, think about this. Setting up the camera and the ring light, rubbing his lips together, and then watching it back, and then coming up with a caption. Like, be for real, y'all. All right. Perk poppers and lean drinkers. This goes back to the hood dudes. The perk poppers and lean drinkers are dangerous because they're running away from their problems, y'all. They're running away from their problems. Let me tell y'all a quick little story time about my little perk popper. I messed with a perk popper before. And every time he got high, he did not want to talk to me. And as y'all know, I'm Yap Star of the Year. It was one time we literally went out to eat. Or we were supposed to go out to eat, but then the restaurant had like this little dress code, so we had to get our food to go. So we was waiting for our food to go, and we was sitting there, and I was just trying to create conversation because we didn't talk the whole ride there. Mind you, it was an hour there. We didn't talk the whole ride there, and this was a long-distance relationship, so we didn't get to see each other often. So I'm just trying to talk to him, trying to create conversation. He's not talking back per usual because that's what he did. And y'all, he literally texts my phone and says, I'm high, stop fucking talking to me. And we're sitting right across from each other. I'm sorry. I thought that's what you were supposed to do on a date. These perk poppers are addicts, okay? They're running away from their problems, okay? And 9 times out of 10, they have a whole bunch of emotions just stirring down deep inside them that they're pushing down that eventually is going to come up. And you don't want to be there when they come up, guys. They will often project a lot of the feelings that they have deep down inside onto you and make you feel like you're the problem because they have yet to face the problems deep down inside of them. And perk poppers always try to be like, oh, it's just a painkiller. No, it's a drug that's frying your brain. And I don't want to deal with that type of stuff. And the lean drinkers, I'm going to just simple it down to this. I don't want you to have no dang gut. I don't want you to look like you pregnant. I'm not dealing with no man who's drinking lean, cough syrup, all that. You're an addict. You're an addict. You are an addict. Get it together, okay? I'm not dealing with that, and I'm not dealing with those problems that you're trying to run away from. Next, we got the fashion dudes. This is real simple. I just don't want you to outdo me. Like, why are you putting that much thought and time into your outfit? Then you're taking pictures, turning around, doing all these different poses, and then you want me to have dressed in all these intricate types of ways. Okay, I'm not finna do all that. I do like looking cute, but you're not finna outdo me with my outfit, and you're not finna try to sit here and tell me that my outfit's not cute enough. I'm not dealing with that. And no, I'm not taking your pictures where you're turning around doing all these crazy poses. I can't do that. Second to last, we got Unc and them. Ladies, let me just keep it short, brief, and real simple, okay? Any man, grown behind man who's dealing with a young girl has problems. And the women that their age, the women that's their age don't want to deal with them because they're corny, lame, or broke, okay? Let me just put it to you guys like this. $50,000 right now, if you make $50,000 a year, to me right now at this age, you're making that bank. So Unc Nam might be making $50,000 a year, and he may be able to pay for you to do this and pay for you to do that. But y'all, to the other 30-year-olds, they're way, way, way behind, okay? And that's where they get you. They make you think that they're having all this and all that because you don't have nothing. But the women around them know that they're corny and broke, okay? Seriously, I don't care how mature you are. Ain't nothing you and that 30-year-old man have in common. I'm not dealing with no grown behind man because why do you want me? I'm literally a little girl. Like, I'm literally a little girl. So for all the ladies, y'all, all the young women who think they're special because Unc them is trying to mess with them, I'm gonna touch your hand when I say this. Is this camera on? You are not special. He's a creepy bum who cannot get women his own age, okay? Seriously. Think about it. Would you be 30 messing with a 20-year-old? And if so, You're a creepy bum. But seriously, y'all, the older men are no better. There's a reason why they're that age and they're single, and there's a reason why they don't have women their age. And on top of that, a lot of the times, they're just trying to get a young girl so that they can mold the young girl into the woman that they want them to be, y'all. Do not let these older men mold you and manipulate you into being something that you're not, because you're going to be naive. You're not going to have, I don't care what nobody says. With age does come wisdom. They're way smarter than you. They have way more experience than you, and they can and will manipulate you. Unk them no better. And last but not least, y'all, I need y'all to say it with me. Last but not least, baby daddies, okay? They either still messing with their baby mama. The baby mama still love them and want to be with them, because at the end of the day, they feel the burden of having a child, and they're scared that they're not going to find another man that's going to want to accept them and their child. So they rather just deal with the man that gave them the child, essentially, so they don't want to leave them alone. So you got to deal with the baby mother who still want to be with the baby daddy, even if the baby daddy don't want to be with them, or a baby mother who want to be with the baby daddy and the baby daddy do want to be with them, so they cheat on you. That's just too much. I'm young in turn. I'm 20. I don't got time to deal with no baby daddy, okay? Baby daddies are bottom of the barrel. Then you got the deadbeat baby daddies. I personally wouldn't ever want to deal with a man who's a deadbeat, like, because that's insane. As women, why are you comfortable dealing with a man who don't take care of his children? That's insane to me. I have a baby daddy story too. Let me know in the comments if y'all want me to tell you these stories that I'm talking about, y'all. But I say all this to say, save yourself the stress. If you don't got a child, why get with a man who does have a child? That's going to add more stress into you, right? I'm talking about at a young age. Okay, obviously, no, honestly, yeah, not even, I'm going to be real. I want my man's baby to be my first. Okay, I don't want my child to be your second child. I don't want my child to be your third child. I want us to come together and my first child be your first child, and we grow a family together. And there's nothing wrong with having a blended family, ladies. And honestly, I'm not saying that you can't find somebody who's right with any of the list of men that I'm talking about. And these are just things that you need to look out for when you're entering the dating world or when you're dating. I'm not saying that all men are bad. I'm not saying that you can't find the one who fits these categories. I'm not saying that you can't find a good football player who could be your husband, a good iota man, a good alpha man, a good kappa man, a good man who, a perk popper who you could deal with, a perk popper who may stop popping perks, a man who doesn't believe in God, he may give his life to God. I'm not saying that there's not good men in these tropes. I'm just saying that majority of them got problems. And I don't know about y'all, I'm a 20-year-old woman who got my own problems. I don't know life. I'm still trying to figure out life myself. And honestly, guys, if I don't have time to accept other people's problems. I don't have time to deal with these other problems and add other stresses to my life when I barely got my own stresses figured out, y'all. And a lot of these men are toxic, and they're not going to change unless they want to change, okay? So again, you may be able to find a man who fits these tropes. That is a good man. But from what I see, majority of them are terrible. I'm going to just be real. And majority of men are bad. Let me know in the comments if y'all want me to do a version with the women of the type of women that you guys should stay away from. Subscribe to us on all platforms. And when my little theme song actual comes out, y'all stream my theme song. You feel me? Follow me on all platforms of Wassup Waseem on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, you name it. Leave a like and comment below y'all opinions, share y'all stories, and let me know if y'all want me to share some more of mine. Thank y'all so much for watching the video if you got all the way to the end. And yeah, we out. Bye. Play my theme song. What's up? What's up? I'm pushing my voice until y'all get it in y'all head. Y'all steady focus on the bad. I'm steady speaking on the truth. Y'all gonna hear me on that pod, or y'all gonna feel me in the booth. I done spit these little bars. I know y'all thinking Waseem tough, and everybody tuning in.